Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for being here at the Charlottetown Seaport, the Port of Charlottetown. My name is Sean Casey. I'm the Member of Parliament for Charlottetown and very proud to be so, and it's a real pleasure for me to be here with you this afternoon. We've got some very exciting news. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the lands on which we gather are the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people, Abequit. They've been the caretakers of these lands for 12,000 years, past, present, and future. Je suis tellement fier d'être ici parmi vous aujourd'hui pour cette annonce bien anticipée et qui va vraiment bien, aspect transformatif pour le port de Charlottetown. Nous sommes heureux d'accueillir le ministre du Transport du gouvernement de Canada, honorable Stephen MacKinnon. We also have with us today Minister Ernie Hudson, His Worship Mayor Philip Brown, and the leader of the Liberal Party of Prince Edward Island, Robert Mitchell. Folks, without further ado, as I just indicated in French, this is an extremely important day in the story that is the Port of Charlottetown. It's a very good story that you're going to hear a little bit about as we go along. Our special guest actually is no stranger to this place. It was a potato warehouse when he was growing up on Alexander Street as one of the top students in Prince Street School. And I think we have somebody else here with some familiarity with Prince Street School. After displaying his excellence at Prince Street School, of course, went on to Queen Charlotte Junior High School and then Colonel Grey, and eventually found his way into Parliament through becoming elected in 2015 as a Member of Parliament for Gatineau. Served as Parliamentary Secretary for several years in the public procurement area, and then as the whip. I think he's one of the few whips in my tenure that didn't summon me to his office, so he's one of the good ones. And now as the government leader in the House of Commons, so government House leader, and Minister of Transport. He's got some good news for us. Welcome home, Minister MacKinnon. It's nice to have you with us.
Thank you, Sean. So we're doing all modes of transport today. We're at the airport a little earlier, and now it's great to be here. And as Sean said, I indeed used to come here when this was a potato warehouse, and if there was a ship docked, we'd just always wonder what was going on that ship, and but spent a lot of time. The port did not look as good back in those days as it does today, and that's a tribute to, I know, the work of a lot of people in this room. And I want to acknowledge, Sean already did, but Your Worship, great to see you. Minister, great to see you again. That's two in one day for both of you, and Mr. Mitchell as well. It's great to see you all, and Mr. Cochrane, what a great facility you have here, and we look forward to hearing. Let's be clear, he'll know all the tough questions, and I'm just here to announce all the good news. So it is important news for not only islanders, but for ports and for marine transportation right across Canada. It's no surprise to anyone that the global economy is changing a lot lately, becoming more and more unpredictable. Écoutez, personne n'est surpris de constater, and here's age, so constater que l'économie mondiale change ces derniers temps et qu'elle devient de plus en plus imprévisible. And to deal with that, we need to do a lot of things, like making sure that Canada's transportation system is as efficient, sustainable, and reliable as it can be. That will help Canada stay competitive by making it easier for us and for other countries to do business here. Cela nous aidera à rester compétitifs, car il sera plus facile pour nous ainsi que pour les autres pays de faire des affaires ici. As I said previously, Canada has what the world wants, and our marine sector plays a critical role in making sure we all stay connected. That's why we've been investing in strategic infrastructure and in green shipping corridors right across the country, throughout the Great Lakes, along the St. Lawrence Seaway, and on both the east and west coast. C'est pourquoi que nous investissons dans des infrastructures stratégiques et dans des corridors maritimes verts partout au pays, dans la région des Grands Lacs, le long de la voie maritime du Saint-Laurent et sur les côtes est et ouest. Because our goal is to strengthen our supply chains nationwide, supporting economic growth and building what I often refer to as the trade infrastructure of the future. In other words, a transportation system that is more robust, with more modern corridors, stronger gateways, and better intermodal connections. Un réseau doté de corridors plus modernes, de points d'accès plus performants, et de meilleures liaisons intermodales. One that is able to adapt to the shocks and uncertainties of today and help create the growth we need tomorrow and beyond. And that's why today I'm happy to announce, I don't think I'm as happy as Sean, but I'm happy to announce, and let me just be clear, Sean Casey did all the work on this file. Just before I give you the good news, I've been Transport Minister since last September, and this is a project that goes back many, many years, and I want to acknowledge Sean's very persistent work on this. So I'm happy to announce on Sean's behalf and on behalf of the Government of Canada more than $14 million for a project right here in Charlottetown. The funds are from the Green Shipping Corridors program and will help accelerate the adoption of low-carbon fuels and technologies in Canada's marine sector, supporting the transition to cleaner, more sustainable shipping. Ces fonds proviennent du programme de corridors maritimes verts et contribueront à accélérer l'adoption de carburants et de technologies à faible émission de carbone dans le secteur maritime canadien, favorisant ainsi la transition vers un transport maritime plus propre et plus durable. This particular project will allow the Charlottetown Harbor Authority to install the infrastructure for what's called shore power right here at the port. Now, what will that mean? It means ocean-going vessels will be able to turn off their engines while they're docked and then connect directly to the local electrical grid. And I'm assured that rolling blackouts will not result. The result will be cleaner air, quieter ports, and real benefits for the surrounding community. And this announcement isn't just about vessels. The new infrastructure will also support port equipment that relies on electric power. It's projects like this one that are going to make a big difference in our maritime sector, and that's important because in Canada, the transportation sector is the second largest source of greenhouse gas emissions. Reducing them is a key part of the government's plan to fight climate change. And as I said earlier, a robust and sustainable transportation system is critical. Comme je l'ai dit tout à l'heure, il est essentiel de disposer d'un réseau de transport solide et durable. And that's why we're investing in these green shipping and modernized port projects, because we're charting a course for a low-carbon future. We're helping Canadian businesses compete globally, and that means lower costs on everyday goods for Canadians. This will attract more and more frequent cruise ship traffic, giving tourism dollars in particularly, Mr. Cochrane assures me, shoulder seasons here in Prince Edward Island. It will attract more people to this hometown of mine that I'm very, very proud of, and hopefully give a big boost to the economy. And we're going to be counting on all of you to make that work and make it happen. So congratulations to the Charlottetown Harbor Authority. Thanks for your persistence in making this a reality today. And once again, thank you to Sean Casey for his ongoing and incredibly effective representation of this city. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much, Minister MacKinnon, for those kind words and for the great news for the port. But I have a confession to make. I was part of the effort, but I can't really say that I drove it. There were two other people who played a very, very significant role. One of them isn't with us, and one of them is, and you're going to hear from him shortly. The one who isn't with us is the Honourable Chrystia Freeland, So when Christia became the Minister of Transport, the application on behalf of Charlottetown Port to the Green Shipping Corridors Fund had been determined to be ineligible. Through the hard work of the board, the management, and the leadership here at the port, that got fixed. It got resubmitted, and with more than a little push from Minister Freeland, it got to the point where it was ready to be packaged up and delivered by the minister here today. So Christia Freeland deserves a large part of the credit, and the other person who just refused to give up, was constantly checking in, and who really has brought a vision and energy to Port Charlottetown is your CEO, Mike Cochrane. Heard from Mike regularly on this file, hear from him regularly on whatever the files are that are going on here at the port. And let me say, he is not a word of lie, a great fellow to deal with. I heard once in this room the term used, no, it was in a different room by Dennis King, that Mike is one of those people that's perfectly impatient. And it has served the port well. That's probably enough, Mike. Without further ado, the CEO of Port Charlottetown, Mike Cochrane.
Perfectly impatient. I'm going to say thank you to Dennis King for that one and passing that on. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I would like to begin by recognizing and thanking our distinguished guests today who are joining us here. The Honourable Stephen MacKinnon, Minister of Transport, thank you for coming and returning home, which is always great to see. Sean, of course, our Member of Parliament for Charlottetown. I don't know where this project would be without Sean. He calls me patiently persistent. I think Sean is, for the number of years that I've known Sean, I think it's a reciprocal sort of persistence that he brings to Charlottetown. So thank you, Sean, for that. The Honourable Ernie Hudson, Minister of Fisheries, Rural Development and Tourism, and Minister of Transportation, Infrastructure and Energy for Prince Edward Island. Thank you, Ernie, for being here. And I think is Zach in the room today? Zach Bell, I think, was supposed to be in the room, probably got pulled away, Minister of Workforce and Lands Farming, and of course His Worship, Mayor Philip Brown, Mayor of the City of Charlottetown. Robert Mitchell, Leader of the Opposition, thank you all. Board members that have supported management's efforts over the last number of years, and everybody else who has come today for this announcement, thank you. Today marks a major step forward for Port Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and the future of sustainable marine transportation in Atlantic Canada. We are proud to become part of one of the first green shipping corridors on the east coast of Canada. This announcement positions Port Charlottetown and P.E.I. at the forefront of cleaner, greener cruise and marine operations, and sends a strong message that P.E.I. is committed to innovation, sustainability, and long-term growth. For Canada's smallest province, this is a significant statement about the role that Prince Edward Island plays and intends to play in shaping the future of sustainable tourism and marine transportation in Canada. Now, if I can turn the screens on, I'll just wait for my trusty colleague to get the screens on to your behind you, and maybe on this one over here, Grace, if you can. We'll give you an idea what this project is all about. The on-off switch. Did you check the batteries in the remote? That's always a question. She'll get it. There we go. Shore power is far more than an infrastructure project. It is an investment in our future. By allowing ships to plug directly into clean electrical power while at berth, we will significantly reduce emissions and noise in our downtown waterfront. That means cleaner air, quieter operations, and a better experience for residents, visitors, and cruise partners alike. This investment also comes at a critical time Cruise lines are rapidly expanding shore power connectivity across their fleets, but ports are working hard to keep pace with the infrastructure needed to support them. Today, only a small percentage of Canadian ports offer shore power capabilities. By 2030, more than 5 marquee ports across the Canada-New England itinerary, of which we are part of, Port Charlottetown will offer shore power capabilities. That growing regional alignment reflects the momentum behind green shipping corridor programs and supports the cruise industry's transition towards lower emission operations and more sustainable port communities. Providing these services positions Charlottetown for long-term success as sustainability becomes an increasingly important factor in cruise deployment decisions. Ports investing in green infrastructure today will be the port's best position to attract vessels, secure repeat visits, and remain competitive tomorrow. That directly supports Prince Edward Island's tourism economy by generating businesses for local tour operators, restaurants, retailers, transportation providers, and communities across the island. This initiative will continue to position P.E.I. as a premier cruise destination for years to come. Welcoming more passengers means more tourists experience our world-class tourism product. It means more jobs. It means more people at our restaurants, more exposure to the natural beauty of our island, and more people in our shops supporting island artisans and entrepreneurs. And more importantly, more repeat visitation and longer stays. What makes today especially meaningful for me and our team here is the partnership behind it. Projects like this only happen when partners share a long-term vision and a willingness to invest in the future together. The province of Prince Edward Island recognized early on the importance and long-term potential of shore power infrastructure for Port Charlottetown and sustainable marine transportation on P.E.I. Their early support of the Port Shore Power feasibility study helped advance the conversation and move the project from a concept to where we are today, moving toward implementation. And we are equally, if not more, grateful to the Government of Canada for its significant investment in greener transportation infrastructure to promote sustainable economic growth in Atlantic Canada. And I want to say thank you. And Port Charlottetown is proud to stand alongside both levels of government as an active investment partner because we believe strongly in the long-term value this project brings to our community, our tourism economy, and our future growth. Together, we are building more than shore power infrastructure. We are building a cleaner, stronger, and more sustainable future for our port, our province, and our region. When Port Charlottetown grows, the entire tourism industry grows with it, creating more opportunities for local businesses and ensuring P.E.I. remains a top tourism destination not only in our region, but across North America. Today's announcement is not the finish line. It is the beginning of the next chapter for Port Charlottetown and our province as a whole that will bring sustainable growth for P.E.I. for many years to come. I want to thank you to everyone who helped make this milestone project possible. You know who you are in the room, and especially our funding commitments. We are proud of what this project represents today and even more excited about what makes it possible for our future. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. To all of those on the Port of Charlottetown team, all of the employees in the room, and to all of the members of the Board of Directors that are also here, this announcement happened because of the vision, the energy, and the good governance that has been exhibited over many years here at the Port of Charlottetown. It is the Government of Canada giving you a vote of confidence, and one that's well-deserved and one that makes me proud to be part of a government that gets that. So with that, that concludes the formal part of this afternoon. Looks like there's some refreshments and grub over there to my right, your left. Feel free to hang around, mill about. Thank you so much for coming, everyone, and congratulations to everyone involved. Thank you.